So the project that we recently integrated with TrueFoundry was actually one of the recommendation systems on our platform to suggest the point values to the users. This was an already existing model from the DS side as well. So one version of it was already live on the system. So we just wanted to, come up with like better modeling techniques there. So this was like an upgradation over that, some improvement over that. So there is always that hassle, like, how to deploy the services properly, what kind of infrastructure to take, how to handle the Kubernetes part of it, right? So all those technical details, like typically earlier we were spending like a lot of time on that. Till now, like what we were doing was the deployment codes were lying either in local or on Sagemaker notebooks, right? So they were at like they were lying with different team members only, but there was no centralized repository as such. There was no process around that. So I think one-click deployment from Bitbucket can be streamlined into the organization-wide process as well, which would eventually like make the things better for us in terms of tracking, right? So that is one thing, like, which is really helpful. I think within a week we were able to successfully deploy the entire service, and post that also, when it came to like load testing, and monitoring, logging, so all those parts were also very easy till now. In terms of testing the code, right? So here, like, we got like two versions of the environment, like the dev environment as well as the prod environment. So within the dev environment, we deployed the service, then did couple of rounds of load testing with the help of the team, right? And that actually helped us decide that what kind of workers or nodes, or basically all the infrastructure configurations that we had to do, right? So that eventually helped us to do that. And once that was finalized, so the same we replicated in the production environment. And even for load testing, I would like to highlight that the scripts or the environment that was shared by the team, right, the locust scripts, so those were pretty helpful to see, like, what kind of RPS do we want to hit the service, and for how much duration we want to run the load test. So that was super convenient. So before this, like, we had to depend on the technology team within the company, their QA team, get some of their bandwidth, but this time we were able to do it ourselves. I think it was pretty smooth only because earlier I did one POC with you guys, right? So within like one or two meetings itself, we were able to deploy the solution on our own. And this time also, like, because I had done that earlier, right? So it was super quick for me to do it myself and also tell my teammates about it, right? So in terms of deployment, it was fine. There were a little bit hindrances in terms of, what kind of settings to make, what are the right configurations. But I think eventually, like, if someone has done that once, like, now we have been through that process once, right, the next deployment should be like super easy for us. I think in SageMaker based deployment, things are in like bits and pieces. You do something in the notebook, then you deploy the model, then, there is like, it's not like a concise way of doing things in just one shot, right? So I think that was one big advantage here, that within the same UI, everything was there. For the custom slider deployment, we were able to do it end to end everything within a week itself, starting from deploying the service till load testing and finalizing all the configuration settings. So earlier this used to be like a couple of weeks task, like a lot of back and forth used to happen. I don't have the exact cost saving numbers there, but yeah. I think at both the times the team was super helpful. Like Dev Jyoti, you, everyone like responded within few minutes itself whenever we posted something on Slack channel, and you guys were always ready to come up on calls and solve the issues, however small or menial the issues were, right? So in terms of support, it was really great.